morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Jeff Huang from eXp Realty, your 2022 Education Committee Vice Chair. Some quick housekeeping items before we get started. Virtual participants will be muted in the meeting, and we encourage everyone to please enter any questions you have into the chat box. The speaker will answer your questions during the Q&A toward the end. This session is being recorded and will be available on our YouTube channel, West San Gabriel Valley Realtors. Our co-host for today is Christine Chow, who will introduce our topic and guest speaker. Christine, take it away.
Thank you, Jeff. This is Christine Chow, and I'm from KDIV Executive. I'm also part of the Education Committee. Please allow me to introduce our guest today. Today's topic is an overview of pre-listing inspection, and we have the honor of having our guest speakers, Yunita Wu from Home Warranty of America, and Joseph Nguyen from Pillar to Post Home Inspectors. Yunita has been working in the real estate industry for the past 24 years, even though she doesn't look like it, and she has been working for Home Warranty of America for the past 15 years. Her real estate experiences expand from working with one of the top real estate agents and company, top title company, and now with Home Warranty of America. Yunita is multilingual, and she can speak English, Chinese Mandarin, and Indonesian. And when she's not working, she spends a lot of time with her husband and 2 kids, and they enjoy traveling, eating, and trying new experiences together. And please allow me to introduce our other guest speaker, Joseph Nguyen. Now, Joseph served in the United States Marine Corps and deployed to Afghanistan to support Operation Enduring Freedom. Joseph was a key member of the maintenance operations team, inspecting and repairing high-value military assets before and after combat missions. And he was recognized for his incredible work ethic with the Certificate of Commendation. And most recently, Joseph has transferred his ability to recognize deficiencies in military assets to homes in the LA community. And since his time as a home inspector, he has also acquired his certification as a certified level 1 thermographer, excuse me, to apply to his home inspections. Now, I don't know what's level 1 thermographer is, so please tell us later, Joseph. Well, take it away, Yunita and Joseph. Thank you for coming.
Hey, everybody. Christine, thank you for that wonderful introduction, and Jeff for hosting all this, and Fong for having everything set up for us. And I just want to real quick say thank you, Yunita, for inviting me to do this, because it definitely makes sense for home inspectors, home inspections, and home warranty to work hand in hand together. And I can't believe we never thought of this. So without further ado, I do have a quick PowerPoint for you guys and just kind of go over the importance of having a pre-listing home inspection and how it could benefit you and your clients. So I'm going to share the screen here in a little bit. Give me 1 second. And let me know. Can you guys see everything? Okay. Is it good? Cool. I got a thumbs up from Jeff, the man. And we'll get started. So real quick, this is just brought to you guys by Pillar Post Home Inspectors, the Velez team. And that's the franchise that I'm with. Let me see. There we go. And let's go here. So Pillar to Post, we are, just real quick about this, we are veteran owned and operated. So Spencer and I are both vets. We're in the Marine Corps together. We deployed together. He was my mentor every step of the way. He brought me from a lowly private all the way up to sergeant. And, I looked up to him and everything. And with us, Pillar Post, we can help you have a confident home ownership with our inspection report. We print, email, and review the report on site for you guys and offer 3 packages to meet your client's needs and meet their budget. And we also offer some additional services as well. Since Christine did a wonderful intro, we don't have to talk about me anymore. This is Spencer, the franchise owner. He served 14 years in the USMC. He also deployed to Afghanistan Operation Enduring Freedom. And he directed maintenance operations and logistics. So he's way up there, especially for his rank in the Marines. He did something that was way above him. And previously, before owning the franchise Pillar to Post, he worked at UPS, Halliburton, and the Walt Disney Company. And while doing all that, he got his master's of business for veterans at USC. And he told me to say, fight on, for all you USC alumni out there. Okay, so what's the overview, marketplace overview of a home inspection? Home inspections account for the majority of the contingencies. Why not deal with it upfront instead of at the end? And a lot lot of times realtors want to add more value and expertise to the real estate transaction. Let me see here. And the more you know about, as a real estate agent, I find that the more you know about the product that you're selling, the better it is you can answer and then take care of your clients. And at the same time, why not know the house you are listing and understand any objections that may come your way. A home inspection can be arranged and paid for by the seller of the home at or prior to the listing home. And the great thing is the sellers can schedule this at their own time frame. They can schedule it whenever they want, as they please, and there is no time constraint. There is no contingency to hurry up and find an inspector and get it done. And often the listing agents can choose to pay on their client's behalf as part of their listing service bundle and can be reimbursed at the close of escrow. The seller is the inspector's client and they get the report provided to them. So why the pre-listing inspection? So negotiating after an offer and inspection, one could say that's kind of one can argue that the traditional way of negotiating a price for a home and then finding out what you're buying is a bit backwards. And with that, it can definitely slow the transaction because depending on what is found by the inspection from the buyer, they may negotiate again, slowing the transaction and adding undue stress to all parties. See, why should a seller get one? A pre-listing inspection will review problems ahead of the time and avoid unwanted surprises. Be more knowledgeable about the home. Report will always allow the sellers to see their home through the eyes of an impartial third party, which all home inspectors should be. And then sellers can be more realistic about their asking price. So when they see what's wrong and do their repairs, they can actually see, well, this is how much I believe my home would be worth, and just make it price it at a realistic pricing. And that definitely helps listing agents as well. And you know, with having a pre-listing inspection, it can get up to 18% more money according to the NAEA. The choice the seller can decide. The great thing is the choice. The seller can decide if they want to make the repairs or replacements. They could get quotes and just leave them there for the buyers to see, and it gives them full disclosure. There's nothing to hide. There's no surprises, and absolutely safety. It'll alert the sellers to safety issues in their own home before any potential buyers can discover them. Because the last thing you need is when you have an open house and there was something that nobody knew about, and then someone gets hurt. Some of the benefits of a pre-listing inspection is, of course, time. The sellers can schedule inspections at their convenience, take time to make the repairs or replacements as necessary, just to make it, a lot better and easier to inspect. The sellers are not at the mercy of the buyer's inspection report, possibly rushing repairs or replacements to close the deal. The other thing is options. Sellers will have a lot of options. They can decide what they want to fix, as I mentioned earlier. And they can choose to walk the buyers through and show them the completed repairs that they wanted to take care of. And then some of the things that they are just going to leave as is for the buyers. What they don't fix, they can provide 1 to 3 quotes or bids from contractors to reflect the true price of the repairs, not by the perceived price. So it definitely sets expectations and not perceived price for repairs. And the benefits for a listing agent, as a listing agent, you're more knowledgeable. As a listing agent, you should be the most knowledgeable person there about the home that you are selling. You don't want to leave it up to the buyer's inspector to find the problems to slow or even kill the deal. And houses sell faster. 93%. Did you know that 93% of homes listed with a pre-listing inspection proceed with little or no renegotiation? As I mentioned earlier, it's kind of backwards that you already put in an offer and then you do the inspection and then you renegotiate again for the price. And it also shifts the power to the seller. Now you will have all the information you need to get the best offers and have a smooth transaction, eliminating any last minute surprises. So this definitely introduces trust and transparency into the process with the seller and the buyer. Let's see. And then benefits to the listing agents continued. There will be fewer days. The house will be fewer days on the market. Saves you a lot of money. You get your asking price for more or more, and which equals more money for your commission. Everybody loves money, right? In a hot and competitive real estate market with multiple offers where the buyer's inspections can definitely be waived, you already have that taken care of. And this can be an added selling feature and a point of difference between you and other homes and agents. And this can potentially even start a bidding. Now, how can pre-listing inspection make more money for the seller and listing agent? A lot of times, it's just a lack of knowledge on costs for the repairs. Sometimes buyers don't actually know how much things cost. For every $1,000 of perceived defect, the buyer will want about $3,000 to even $5,000 off the asking price. This means less money in your seller's pockets, and you both lose negotiating power and put it in the hands of the buyers and the buyer's agents. And the return on investment, approximately $550 for just generally for an inspection is about $550. And you can get even more information with other add-on services such as mold sampling, water quality testing, et cetera, and so forth. And the return potentially save thousands of dollars from costly perception of an undisclosed flaw and unnecessary repairs or replacements. And then the options for the use of the pre-listing report. A lot of times the report will, all the time the report will be thorough, including photos of potential issues and concerns and maintenance and suggestions, as well as positive features of the home. With us, you'll get both printed and electronic copies, which will be available with a simple summary used for a handout. And the sellers can use the option of circulating the report or just the summary to the potential buyers. So you have a lot of control because this is your report, and you can do whatever you want with it as you please. And you can definitely use it as a marketing tool at an open house or even online listings. The seller may also choose not to supply the report if they don't want to, but use it for self-evaluation or maintenance and repairs. Benefits, this definitely benefits all parties. You have full disclosure. And that's something that I find that's very important. The sellers will receive an objective report, not subjective, not like how I feel about it. The report you'll get will be strictly objective. It's all facts and no opinions from an impartial third party that can pass on the findings to the potential buyer. This report could point out what should be immediately addressed and what can be waited on for later. Having a third-party report of a home's condition before making an offer may assist the buyer in procuring financing. And with the full disclosure, there could be less likelihood of disagreements between all parties and a greater confidence in offers. And in summary, just real quick, a pre-listing inspection can be a true win-win by all parties because it provides full disclosure. Houses sell faster for more money with pre-listing inspections because of the full disclosure. And full disclosures equal no surprises, which equals less stress to you and your client. And I just want to say thank you. This is my information. My name is, again, Joseph Nguyen with Pillar Coast Home Inspectors. My email is joseph.nguyen@pillarcoast.com. You can call or text us at 626-205-0739. And I look forward to working with you guys and looking forward to all of your successes. And I'll pass this on to Yunita. I hope I didn't go over 15 minutes.
Joseph, you're great. And thank you so much for the great presentation. It's really important to have a great home inspection and, with the home warranty as well. We're hand to hand, definitely want to make sure that you guys kind of work with us together too. But I'm going to go over the home warranty right now. Can everybody see my screen as well? Thumbs up, yes? All right, so I just want to let you know, I do have a different type of brochure. I do have an English brochure. We have a Chinese Mandarin brochure and also a Spanish brochure. Maybe this is not for you to read. Sometimes like the client do want to know what's about the home warranty. Something a little bit myself, Yunita Wu from Home Warranty of America with a 13-month home warranty. So we give you additional 1 month free. We all about the orange, including my orange jacket today. And this is the bottom of this brochure here. It has my information. Sorry, I'm gonna send you a quick text too on the chat. Joseph and I'm gonna send you a quick chat too, that our information on the chat box, so that if you could wanna reach out to us directly, maybe not in this presentation, we're happy to kind of do a one-on-one with you directly. Okay, so inside the brochure here, it kind of gives you the sample coverage term. To be honest with you, we all guilty not looking at the sample covers term, right? Who's here that buy something new in a washer dryer or things like that, kind of look every single fine print? Nobody does. So this brochure is really great to Joseph do, of course. We basically kind of break it down to the buyers, what's included and excluded. Just kind of let you know, when you purchase the home warranty with us, 10 business days after you close escrow, we will send everything original to your buyers. So then they will have everything completed, okay? We're one of the home warranty company, actually the highest paying for the HVAC. Our HVAC coverage is $5,000 for it. We also have a new program as far as rekey, telephone line, or things like that. Those are included. A lot of the realtors always like said that, hey, buy home warranty, everything is covered. Please don't say that, because you're giving them like this kind of high expectation, right? You don't want that. You want to give them the right things. And after that, hopefully we could get that cover. The home warranty company cover normal wear and tear due to mechanical issue. A lot of stuff here on the brochure, it gives you the maximum amount, what's covered and not covered into the plan. So that's why I don't want anybody to say, hey, buy everything, everything is including. That's pretty much kind of what the wrong saying. So we want to make sure that is not what the buyer expecting, that everything is included. Okay, the back of the brochure of here, really quickly, it gives you the breakdown of over 5,000 square footage. We also sell more than 10,000 square footage. If you have a duplex, triplex, and fourplex, we also sell them. Multiple year and new construction. New construction, a lot of them are very popular right now. For the back of the brochure here, this is basically the property under 5,000. Most of us sell the property under 5,000. We're not usually going over 5,000 square footage on the living square footage. The first one is called Gold. Gold is basic. The platinum is upgrade. And then we also sell the listing coverage. So what's covered into the gold? Gold for single family under 5,000 square footage is $325. The upgrade is $450. If you are having a townhouse, condo, or mobile home, it's a little cheaper, it's $305, and the upgrade is $420. So it covers your unknown pre-existing condition. Unknown is sufficient maintenance. What is unknown? This is why it's important to have your home inspection, right? So if you get a home inspection from Joseph and it said a check mark, it's a good condition with no problem, and maybe a week down the line, your water heater breaks down, bam, you get that cover because it's under the unknown pre-existing condition, because nobody knows there's an issue. The only time there is a pre-existing condition is when the home inspection notified that your water heater is already breaking, that you need to get somebody to take care of that water heater. Basically, the buyer and sellers know that's become pre-existing, that the home warranty do not cover. We also cover the heating system, your furnace, your ductwork, your plumbing system, your stoppage and clock, your permanent sump pump, water heater, if you have a tankless, is also covered. Instant hot water dispenser, Whirlpool bathtub, electrical system, ceiling fan, exhaust fan, doorbell, burglar fire alarm system, central vacuum, and all the appliances that attach to your home, like dishwasher, garbage disposal, range, oven, cooktop, garage door system, pest control, and built-in food center. They all come in the basic coverage. I don't suggest you to get basic, because the basic, when you buy too little of the home warranty, unfortunately, when they try to use it, that's the time they're not able to see the value. That's the time they're like, oh, home warranty is useless because nothing really covered. But technically, if you purchase a little bit more package, it's going to be better. If you think about it, the platinum, right, it comes with the air conditioning and 30 more items as an upgrade. We live in Southern California that everybody needs air conditioning. The basic does not cover the AC. So if you get the basic plus AC plus upgrade, you're actually looking at $540. So it's always better to get the platinum $450, including the air conditioning, and also including your water heater comes with sediment buildup. The plumbing comes with a fixture, faucet, shower head, and 25 more items. Basically, your garbage disposal, your range, your oven, your microwave, they all comes with bell and whistle. They come with the rack, the basket, and all that stuff. Code and permit for $250, unknown improperly matched insulation system. This is when you turn on your hot water, it becomes cold, maybe your cold water become hot. That's a problem with the unknown improperly. This is when it comes back to the home inspection. When the home inspection show that it's not a problem and then you don't know it, we will cover that for you as well. Increase professional series appliances for $2,500. This is when you have a better appliances, right? So appliances as LG, maybe it's $800. Maybe if you're going to Viking, it could be $2,500 to $5,000, right? A bit more expensive. Toilet replacement for $600 and the removal defective equipment. These all come with the upgrade system. Also, we come with the rekey and telephone line. The rekey is when somebody move into the house the next day, you could call the home warranty and file a claim and pay for the $75 trade call fee. And then we will get somebody to take care of your key up to 4 keys and 6 bulbs. Okay. The listing coverage here is during the listing time. So if during the listing time, you are the seller's agent, you also could be able to purchase the home warranty for 6 months, and it pay up to $1,500. On the right-hand side here, I'm just gonna give you a quick introduction on the optional coverage. So for example, on the listing coverage, I wanna kind of bring it up. For example, if Christine is the listing agent, and then maybe Jeff is the buyer's agent. So when Christine have a listing, and then the buyer's coming in, Christine will let me know who is the buyer. So we move it to the escrow for the listing side to go into the buyer's side. This is paid through the escrow. If the client has a limited roof leak repair, if they want to add it, they could add it too. Roof leak repair, just to let you know, is limited up to $1,000. We pay the top of the structure only. Okay, it's not cover the whole roof for $50,000. Just kind of let you know. If the seller is leaving the washer, dryer, refrigerator, they could also add them. They could also buy them on a la carte. These two plans right here, the external water line and the external water line sewer septic, this is an outside line repair. So if you have a problem with the plumbing, like for example, like our plumbing system from the inside and outside plumbing is connected, right? So if, for example, if you have this one right here, the septic sewer repair, sometimes over time, if a house have a big tree, those trees collapse down to your plumbing outside. So then when it collapsed down outside, and then it kind of affected the inside because they're connected, right? So maybe if the roots break down, then when you flush your toilet, you have all this dirt coming in from your toilet. Then we will cover that up to $5,000 for the plumbing only. And then this is gonna be something then from the outside line coming into the inside line. We also sell pool and spa for $150. If a saltwater pool is additional $325. The one thing that I do want to bring into your attention that is very, very important for me, I put this 90% of my contract is the Sure R410A modification. If you don't know what is the new law on the air conditioning, basically the air conditioning, the old one, the house that built in 2010 and older, they eat up Freon, right? Unfortunately, the Freon company is closed down in 2010. We're at 2022 going to 2023. So the last 12 years, everybody been buying that Freon. The cost of Freon used to be $10 per pound. We're looking at $130 to $150 if you're lucky to have them, right? So if by law we cannot find it anymore, the homeowner is out of luck, then we have to change it to pour-on type of refrigerant. So when we throw an old compartment and we put the new compartment, sometimes the compartment itself is not matched. Basically, the look of the compartment is a little bit different, right? So think about you buying a perfume, you love the Chanel one, and discontinue, you want a Chanel 2. The Chanel 2, maybe they put the little head a little bit different, the bottom of the bottle a little bit different. It's the same concept, right? So when you throw the old stuff, you're putting a new stuff, the side of everything else next to the refrigerant, which is your evaporate coil, your line set, all this stuff needs to be modified. Who's paying for this modification? It's the homeowner, but we sell them for $50 more. And then basically we cover that up additional $1,000. So what my suggestion for you for home warranty, please purchase the platinum for $450. If a condo townhouse is $420, add that Sure modification for AC for $50 more. So that bring up to $500. If a condo townhouse is about $470. If you want to add the roof leak repair, $90 more, and the washer dryer is additional $110 more. I'm going to show you the RPA. Let me see if I could pull some of the RPA here really quickly. This is an RPA right here on the purchase contract, right? So we're at the page 3. So this person want to upgrade it AC, including the AC modification and the roof. They put the $590. So please put it in the seller. Usually seller pay for it. And then you put Home Warranty of America, my name and my phone number. I ask everybody when you have an escrow, please CC me a copy because we have a territory. I'm not sure about Joseph. We could ask Joseph after this, but my territory is like, I'm in North Los Angeles. So all of you agent in West St. Gabriel board is actually down here. We want to make sure that the right person get the credit. And if something happened, right, you call me and tell me, hey, Yunita, I need help. I'm going to be able to push that for you because I am your rep. Because if somebody else order under their name, I don't have a relationship with them. Maybe the rep changes too, because we got paid through the zip code where you located, if that makes sense. Okay. So if you could do that, we really, really appreciate it. And this is the Mandarin brochure. If you want to see my daughter right here, this is my 2 little daughter, and this is my husband and I. We have a Spanish brochure as well. And if you have a new escrow, please CC me a copy and CC Joseph and let Joseph know too. Call him, text him, email him. We're pretty good in returning call, and we want to make sure we be able to help you out as much as we can, because we have a relationship between us together. So I'm going to stop sharing right now here, and I'm going to go over what's the difference between what is the benefit having a home inspection and a benefit having home warranty. And I'm gonna go into the question and answer. So if you guys have anything that you guys want to ask us, give us a chat, or Christine or Jeff could unmute you guys, and you guys could be able to ask us as well. Joseph, you wanna go over what's the benefit? Because for me, the benefit having the home inspection and home warranty, we kind of work together, right? So if your home inspection is clear, as good as it can, then the home warranty company will cover that, especially when the item breaks the next day or 2 days later, just literally close escrow, right? So we want to make sure the home inspection is clear. If it's not clear, if it already said, hey, it needs to be fixed, easily have the buyer fix it, have the seller fix it. If they get a credit, have them take care of it. And guess what? You still have 13 months to order your claim for the home warranty, right? You don't want to rush placing a claim. I have this one person, it's so funny. When they just close escrow today, they have 30 of the list of things that they want to fix, right? This is the time the home warranty company, like, what is going on? Let me see your home inspection, right? This is why home inspection is really, really important to have a good home inspection person as well.
So yeah, Yunita, thank you. And I truly believe that, because I've had some warranty reps, they've called me and just to double check and verify some of my reports and asked, was some of the, I thought you said some of this was working at the time of the inspection and all that good stuff. So think of a home inspection, and just as for some of you who are kind of unfamiliar with what home inspectors do, I'm sure a lot of you guys already know. But the best analogy I've come up with is that think of us as like your primary care doctor. So whenever you get a cough or you sprain your ankle or something, you come to that doctor. They run all their tests and check you out. And if there's some other underlying issues, they send you to that specialist. That's what I do, but in a home. So I do my general visual inspections. And just to be clear, a home inspection with all home inspectors, it's just a snapshot in time. A home inspection report is a snapshot in time at the time when we did the inspection. So with Yunita's biggest thing that she mentioned was the HVAC system. At the time of the inspection, the unit was working. And a lot of times, sometimes these units have been there for a very long time. People use it all the time, and sometimes they often forget and neglect it to having it serviced, right? And even though I'm there, everything was working fine. Heat was 117 degrees, cold was blowing 40 degrees, and it was working when I was there. But then when I leave, a lot of things can happen from when I inspected it to the close of escrow. And it's definitely a good idea to get all that done, because then Yunita can come in and say, yeah, it was working at the time, now it's broken, and then we can cover that for you. We can take care of these things. And yeah. So it's very important to have a home inspection. I've also heard and have seen where people have waived a home inspection, and even in just to get the deal for the house. Even when you do that, I still do recommend having a home inspection done anyways, even after the close of escrow, because at least you still have knowledge of what's going on in your home. You don't want to live in a home that you have no clue what's going on, even though you buy it. You want to make sure everything is running fine. And even with that, the inspection report can still get, home warranty can still use that, right? You need it even after the close of escrow.
Yeah, we usually don't ask for the home inspection. The only time that, to be honest, the home warranty asks is really when they have a question mark, right?
Right.
For example, that person that placed like how many claims within the next day or things like that. Or, you know, if they have the right to ask that question. But we usually, as a home warranty company, we don't have time to look at every single home inspection there is, but truly just for a question mark when the vendor is telling us like, it cannot break within like a week, cannot break within a month. These are the questions. Or maybe like when the plumbing, they open the plumbing, they said there's a mold, right? Mold comes within 2, 3, 4 months. It cannot be happening right away within a week or two. These are all the question mark that we have. It really good, like, you know, Joseph had mentioned having a home warranty and having a home inspection. It's really adding the value of your home as well. You as a listing agent could be able to know exactly how much the repair, if the buyers ask for repair of the cost. And as a buyers, you want to have a peace of mind. Just buying a home warranty as well. You want to have that peace of mind for the last 13 months. Believe me or not, home warranty, always call it in either the beginning or at the end, which is a 12 month or 13 months when it's almost ended. I think people trying to get that through, right? Also, if you guys have open houses or things like that, let me know. I do have a flyers holders. I got maybe some goodies, pens or things like that. I could be able to give it to you as well. We want to make sure that, you know, door hangers, if you guys are going to open houses back on right now, just let me know. We're here to help you guys as well. We're here to help. Basically, me and Joseph here to help. We work together very well, and we want to make sure if you have any question, please send us a chat. We want to make sure if you guys have any question, maybe after this, Joseph information is on the chat, my information on the chat. We want to make sure we help you directly and how to be able to help. Maybe if the buyers have questions too, you know, they could call us too, you know, to be able to, maybe we answer the question because we're the professional. We want to make sure we answer them correctly. And I do speak English, Chinese, Indonesian, and Mandarin, and Joseph speak English and
Vietnamese.
English. There we go. Speak English.
English and Vietnamese.
English and Vietnamese. So between us, we have 5 languages that we could be able to answer those questions as well. Did anybody have any question? Do you want to unmute them, Christine or Jeff? Or
I asked people to type in their questions and I can read them for them. So
okay,
please type in your questions. Do you have any? We don't have any so far, but I do have a question while we wait for more questions to come in. Is you mentioned about in the platinum plan, there's rekey.
Yes.
What kind of rekey does that mean? Does it mean you'll rekey any key or only if it's the key is lost? Or
no. The rekey, basically what happened is when the seller gives the buyer the home, right? Because the buyers don't want seller to have any more access. They want a new key so that they could rekey the house up to 4 keys and 6 vaults. So that's what they need to do.
That's amazing. I did not know that. Next time I can to my client.
Yeah, you just paid a $75 trade call fee. If you don't know what is a trade call fee, it's basically the fee that you give to the vendors. Just think about like you going to the doctor, right? Like what Joseph was saying, you going to the doctor, you pay a little bit small fee to the doctor, the rest of them, the insurance will eat it up. Kind of like we pay for the labor and the part on it. Just the last meeting, I think we have with, I don't know if you know Karapa, Mindy is here actually. We just have somebody like put a testimonial that we just pay $5,000 of the air conditioning. You know, that's amazing. I mean, if you don't have a home warranty, if you don't have a good home inspection, you know, this thing, maybe the buyer missed out. You pay small $75. Yes, you know, if you come with a replacement, there is some fee that to be paid by the homeowners. But a lot of first-time homeowners, especially, they cannot afford to have like $1,000 to be paid right after close of escrow. I just had one yesterday. They just literally close escrow a week and then they already pay $1,500 out of pocket. Make sure too, when you place the claim, you place it online and you place the claim and let us know. Do not just go ahead and call somebody and say, hey, I have an issue here. I want to get it fixed and send us a reimbursement receipt. That's not how it works. You need to file a claim. And after that, our vendors will come in and diagnose this. And if you have an urgent matter, we're okay to give you an outside vendors, right, to use, but you need to give us permission first because the rate is a little bit different. We want to make sense for everybody to be able to do that. And we also use a licensed inspector, like Joseph, right, and licensed person that to do the job. Like us, we are licensed to in California and nationwide because we want to make sure that if something happened, we have a license backing us up, right?
Right.
Real quick, I just want to talk about the licensing. And in California, it's kind of a little bit different than the rest of the state, other states. California, you don't have to be licensed to be a home inspector. Just at least, so literally anybody can be a home inspector. but it's recommended to find an inspector who is at least certified with ASHI, CREA, or INTERNACHI. Because at least when we're certified with them, we still have to pay like a fee to take their exams and tests and get certified. And we follow the SOPs, the standards of practice of those home inspections. So I'm certified with ASHI, the American Society of Home Inspectors. So I follow their SOPs to make sure that I inspect everything properly within my scope of inspection. And yeah, so again, there's no such thing as a licensed home inspector in California. But it is recommended to find an inspector that is certified in California.
Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you, Nguyen and Joseph.
No worries.
Question from Jeff. A question for both. How long does your company keep records of the report?
So real quick with us, I believe, as far as I know, the inspection report just kind of stays in our system for a very long time. Even then, when I email you guys the report, you'll have a link and a PDF download link for it. So when you download it, you'll have it forever. I think I had a client ask for an inspection report a couple of years ago, or recently, but the report was done a few years ago, and we still have records of it. All I do is just download that link and then just email it out to them, and they still have it.
That's wonderful. Any other questions? Please don't be shy and type it in. While we're waiting for more questions, I do have a question. Earlier in your bio, Joseph, you mentioned that you're level 1 thermographer. Can you explain to us what that
so
means?
I did get my certification as well to do my thermography. So that's with my infrared camera to just scan the property for things that we can't see with the naked eye, such as, like, we still do the same inspection that we would normally do, but this time just under the lens of an infrared camera. And it doesn't show, it's not an X-ray. A lot of people think it is like it's an X-ray vision kind of tool, but it's not. It just shows me the heat differences just around whatever it is I'm looking at. So if there's an electrical anomaly, say there's too much heat going through the circuits, we can see that, and I can note that in the inspection report. So having a licensed electrician to come out and further evaluate that and have that properly repaired just to prevent any fires or electrical fires caused by electricity. Same thing with moisture. Sometimes moisture can be sitting there for a while. When you look at like a wet cabinet, you can't really see it unless it's obviously there. But sometimes it's an old leak and it's starting to dry up. With a camera, you can see that. And it just kind of helps you see that cold, moist spot there. And then those are amazing photos to have for your inspection report.
Right, and I highly recommend it. I've done that for my clients, and the inspector was able to find some leaks that were not visible to the eyes. So
yeah.
I highly recommend.
Sometimes, you know, in a lot of cases, you can even see if there's a home with a lot of wallpaper, you can actually see like some cold spots or hot spots from mold that's peeking out at the edges through the wallpaper. And when you take it off, you see like this whole wall, just because you know, wallpaper doesn't seal water out very well.
Just out of curiosity, what's level 2? Because there's level 1, and how many levels are there? I'm just curious.
So from what I understand, it goes up to 4. Okay. 3 and 4, that's when you become instructors. Level 2 is just for more for inspectors who are dealing with more construction deals, like gas lines, pipelines, and things like that. I don't really need to be a level 2. Being a level 1 is pretty much sufficient to just doing a home inspection. Because there's obviously, I'm not, just all those larger pipeline, you're sending natural gas to like the city and stuff like that.
All right, thank you, Joseph. We have a question from Mindy. Hi, Mindy. Thank you all. Question for Yunita. Is there a limit on filing claims per year for the HWA?
Hi, Mindy. No, there is not. We go by the budget. For example, if the HVAC total is $5,000, up to that limit, $5,000. If after that $5,000 payout, then the buyer is not able to file any more claim. So if the home warranty brochure show that X amount of the maximum budget that we will pay out, that's the max on it. So up to 13 months, you could do 10, 20, 30, does not matter, up to that max. But hopefully there's nothing many breaks in the home, right? I do want to mention though earlier on the Christine about that thermography. I'm sorry. If you guys do an external water line source septic line repair, or we sell that plan, please do a scope inspection when you do your home inspection. The reason why we do a scope inspection, because we want to make sure that line from the outside to the inside is clear, right? With the roots issue, it could be happening a long time. Like it does not happen within a month or two. So for example, if your roots, we kind of dig the dirt and see like, bam, like it's like 2 inches or 3 inches really down the road already, that could happen years ago, right? So if you have a scope inspection that show is clean in the before close of escrow, that should be okay. We will cover up to $5,000 for those external water line system for you. That's a great one to actually have for the outside line. Okay.
Follow-up question for myself, Yunita. What if my client refuses to do the scope inspection? Would they still be able to claim if they pay for the warranty?
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Once again, the home inspection is not necessary to have, but we like to have it. But if it does not have it, then it's fine. It's really depends when you file the claim too, right, Christine? If you file a claim 6 months down the line, nobody's going to look at it. But if you file a claim within a week, you have $50,000 scope inspection issued, then that'd be a problem. Also, I want to let everybody know too, home warranty, we cover your plumbing, your appliances, and all that stuff. But then if, for example, like what Joseph was saying, if the leak is in the wall, right? Because that's how you see there is a leak on the wall is damaged itself. Your wall, your carpet, your hardwood floor, those are covered into your homeowner insurance. We're just covering the plumbing side. If the wall is not wet, then we could put it back in the rough finish, but we will not do all the painting and stuff like that. But most of the time, I would say the wall is damaged just because that's how you see there is a leak underneath the wall, if that makes sense, okay?
Right. Thank you, Nita. Any other questions for any of our attendees? Not yet. But I want to let you guys know that I really thank Yunita. She's my go-to person when I have home warranty issues. She's very responsive and she goes out of her way to help you. So please use her. And Joseph, you know, I highly recommend getting a pre-listing inspection as well for all my sellers. And I know a lot of sellers refuse to get it because they feel like, why am I exposing myself to all these issues that might come up? What if they don't find out themselves, right? But I always tell them, well, it's better to know now than later, because whatever is there. Just because you don't know doesn't mean the problem isn't there, right? And the seller that are willing to get the pre-listing inspection usually end up selling your properties for a lot more because they know that you're very upfront. The buyers also trust you more and they're less likely to negotiate. So I highly recommend both. Less stress, less anxiety. It's you don't want to be an ostrich with your head underground, just waiting for the bad news. Exactly. So just rip that Band-Aid off, you get all that information, and you know, it's just like, hey, look, this is my home. It is what it is. I repaired all this great stuff, and this is stuff that you guys can take care of. Yeah, especially with the shifting market, I think, you know, you don't want the buyer to back out, use an excuse to back out of the deal too. Oh, there's a follow-up question for Mindy. Is it $5,000 annually, Yunita, with the maximum? Okay, so Mindy, that's a great question. Like I said, we probably cannot see, but then I will send you a copy of brochure. If anybody need a brochure, please text me as well or email me. For example, like certain thing, like, you know, if a tankless water heater, the maximum, you cannot probably see. I'm about to share screen this really quickly before we go. Okay, so this is like information, just kind of let you know if you have an order, please just send it over to me, just like this person ordered it to me, and they just send me the information and I will process for them accordingly, okay? So this one is the English brochure if it open. So Mindy, your question will be, the answer will be each item, it has their own budget. For example, if a tankless water heater is 1,000, so up to 1,000, you're done. But then if a regular water heater is 5,000, then you know that maximum is 5,000. Like HVAC is 5,000. Every single item in the home warranty, it has their own little budget. So make sure that you kind of see it. Like this one, external water line, it has 5,000. So every single item here, it will show like a salt water pool is 1,500. So every single item has their own budget. If not, doesn't mean it's 5,000 every single time, if that makes sense. Yeah, does that, okay. Any other questions? I always have a lot of questions. I love asking questions. Well, you know, yeah, I mean, I just give you an example, okay? What is normal wear and tear? People always ask me this. What is normal wear and tear? I have this
lady. It's an older lady. She's so sweet, right? She told me like, hey, Yunita, please help me file that claim for the plumbing. And I filed a claim for her. And then find out like after we filing the claim, the vendors come in, they found like 6 rubber ducky inside the toilet. That is not normal. So maybe she's like, oh, my grandson accidentally dropped that rubber ducky. I didn't know. That's why her toilet was clogged. But unfortunately, with that rubber ducky, that is not normal wear and tear, right? What is normal wear and tear? Like, you know, you go to restroom, like, you know, things happen. Like, yeah, you know, we unclog it for you. The same thing with the garbage disposal. Maybe you wash your dishes all the time and, you know, your dishes fell out there. Yeah, we unclog it for you. But if we find like a knife there, maybe it's an accident. It's not intentionally there, but it's still not normal, if that makes sense to you. Okay, right. So what that is a normal wear and tear. It has to be mechanical failure too. It cannot be somebody tell me like, hey, Yunita, my water heater is too old. I want to just change it. Please change it. No, we don't do that. We do it due to mechanical issue. Okay, so I hope everybody answered that question about normal wear and tear as well.
Yeah. Thank you. I think that's a very common question and people get confused.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. Any other questions? Thank you. Mindy says, thank you and great job. Let's see, a question for Joseph then. I was wondering, do you guys do pricing for repairs? Does that come to support?
Yeah, so the cool thing is recently Pillar to Post just partnered up with Punchless USA. So all of our inspection reports, whichever package that you choose with us, you can have an opportunity to opt into the PTP estimates. It'll send our inspection report to Punchless USA for estimates. As of right now, Punchless USA, it's all the estimates is strictly for informational purposes. But in certain markets, they do partner with contractors that'll do the repairs. They're actually working on trying to get some vetting and finding licensed and qualified contractors here in Southern California. So as of right now, they don't have anybody to do the repairs, but you will have the information. It's strictly for informational purposes.
Yeah, and I really like getting the pricing because it makes, as a buyer's agent, it makes the negotiation much easier and more convincing.
Absolutely. I find that as very helpful as well, because as a real estate agent, you always get asked, how much is this going to cost? Even home inspectors, the buyers are like, how much is that going to cost me? Like, what's the difference? And a lot of times as home inspectors, we don't know the pricing of a lot of things just because it's not it's just not in our scope. We don't, because a contractor can price things differently based on their labor and materials, and the price of materials changes, especially with the way wood is going for. Let's see, and when you have that, it just sets that expectation for the buyers. It makes everything realistic.
Absolutely. And I had buyers who didn't want to pay the pricer, and they ended up calling different contractors, and they actually charge. A lot of contractors do charge to come out to give you a quote. So you might as well just pay the pricer and get everything quoted instead of calling each place. And then, you know, nowadays, especially, there are a lot of contractors super busy. They don't have time to just give you a quote.
Yes. You know? And especially helps your real estate agent, because you guys will already have all that information and you don't have to go out of your way to get everything priced. And you can actually see the pricing in front of you.
Absolutely. Thank you. And we don't have any questions, but I have a question for Yunita. From the time of claim to the time that the vendor comes out to fix, how long does it really take? Usually take them?
Usually that's not that long. I just had somebody call a Friday, they came in on Saturday, but it's really depends to what is situation, right? Right now, AC is really hot. Everybody's calling for AC, not the only person. All the AC technician is really busy too. So if they're not available, please let us know. We have a concierge service inside our office that pull every single client of mine. That's why it's really important to have you in my system correctly under me, so I could be able to send it over to my concierge, and my concierge could call again around like who is the next person that could be available. Once again, if you have a baby, you have a big, older person, we could definitely do an outside authorization, but I just try to stay away from it too much because the price different, and we want to make sure that contractor is actually licensed, and we want to make sure they give us the proper diagnosis too. Like I have one that, said that, hey, I want to use my own, which is fine. But then when we ask them, hey, can you take a picture of the heat exchanger because that's the one that cracked? They're like, oh, we already throw it away. No, you throw it away. You don't have a proof what is really breaks, right? We need that proof. We as an insurance also get audited. We don't want to just like, hey, we pay you this, what is situation? We want some proof that there is an issue prior to that. So that's why we try to use our contractors so that they could bill everything directly instead of us reimbursing it to the homeowners.
Gotcha. Thank you, Yunita. And the follow-up question would be, after the 13 months is over, can the buyer continue on with the warranty?
Yes, they could renew, definitely. But unfortunately, with the renewal, it go into the renewal department directly. I'm the first share of the rep. We also sell one that if somebody like maybe like Tracy, or like for example, like have a homeowners that been with her for a long time, maybe they're looking for a home warranty, we sell them with the real estate transaction price under Tracy's name. And we could do that as well for the homeowners that do not go through a real estate transaction. Just reach out to me directly. I could be able to help them.
Yeah, thank you, Yunita. And everyone, Yunita and Joseph's information is right in the chat box, but please copy and paste into your contacts. Please let them know if you have any other questions. We have 10 minutes left. Any other questions that you guys would like to ask before I let them go? No? Is there anything that you guys would like to share? One last piece of advice?
Let's see. Always get a home inspection. Don't wait it. Whether it's with me or my competitors, we're all here to make sure that you're taken care of. And don't leave anything up to chance. You definitely want to know as much as you can. Just the saying, as that saying goes, knowledge is power. The more you know, the more you can arm yourself with that knowledge to help your clients, whether you're on the buying side or the selling side.
Yeah, I think the same with Joseph. Really have a home warranty is really to have a peace of mind, right? For the next 13 months, actually for the new first-time buyers, we're here to help you. We want to make sure that, you get kudos from your client and hopefully the client could come back. The more you purchase with us, there will be some favor room that we could be able to take care of. So we're here to help you. So just reach out to one of us, Joseph and myself, whatever you need, we're here to help you. And thank you again for letting us be here today as a guest speaker. And thank you, Christine, Jeff, and West San Gabriel Valley, and all of you guys to be attending here, and Fong. And thank you. We're here to help. Thank you again. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Yunita and Joseph, for being here today and sharing with us your wealth of knowledge. Because there are a lot of things that people usually we don't know, right? Until we encountered a problem. But it's always better to know ahead and plan ahead. Thank you so much again. And well, without further ado, please, Jeff, take it away.
Awesome. Let's see. Well, thank you. On behalf of West San Gabriel Valley Realtors, we'd like to thank Yunita and Joseph for being our guest speakers again and for your very informative presentation today. We have an amazing lineup of useful and interesting upcoming classes. On August 23rd and 24th is a 2-day green designation training, which is free. On August 29th to 30th is our ePro CERT course training for a nominal fee. On September the 6th is our annual 2022 Realtor Safety Summit. We hope to see you there. Till then, goodbye.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good day. Next